I think there's a huge difference for me as a practitioner sensing someone's future versus honoring and giving evidence of those that have crossed over. To me, the difference feels very direct. It's a one-way type of communication, and the types of information that comes through seems to be very evidential about the person that I'm sitting across from. For example, when I'm doing a future reading, I would say to someone, I'm sensing 2 months ago that you went through a romantic difficulty, and that person is still in your heart, and you're feeling very troubled by that. And I can then give evidence of the living person, things that they said, things that they did, and it feels very grounded on the earth. It's like a lot of things that someone would be dealing with that hasn't gone through a transition on the other side. I only see, hear, or feel that, and it's done on a very remote feeling. I don't feel a personality. I don't feel a passing. I don't feel lessons. I feel issues, grounded earthly issues. When I deal with working with those that have crossed over, there is another presence that comes into the room. And while visually I can see the person that I'm trying to help that's in the living, when mediumship occurs, there'll be a third or fourth or fifth person, and they'll be having conversations with each other on the other side, even validating why they're coming through in a certain order. Their intention is purely to give evidence, not advice to the living, although they can give evidence of how they gave advice here. If somebody was say a demanding person, they might say, well, if I was going to give advice, it would be my way or the highway. That's evidence of a character flaw, but not physically giving a future reading to someone who's in mourning. So to me, the difference feels different. There's only the presence of two people in the room when I'm doing a future reading, and the way that the information comes through, the intention is purely different. It's a very earthly bound kind of issues. And are my finances going to get better? Is my romance going to get better? How's my health? Whereas when mediumship occurs, there is such a spiritual transition of that person's life. It's like they talk about, the deceased talks about their childhood. They'll talk about things that the living person doesn't even know about. And then they check later and give evidence of that. So to me, it's information-based on the difference, but it's also a presence feeling. So that's the difference for me as a practitioner.